Hey, collective. So we're gonna start with the life purpose deck. See what come out for y'all. What's the message? What is the message for the collective? Alright, so we have Earth Angel and Healing Energy. So maybe some of you guys are able to communicate with animals. Or some of you guys have natural healing abilities that are an important part of your life purpose. Bottom of the deck is family. Loving your friends and family is central to your life purpose. Okay. Alright, so let's go into it. Maybe some of y'all be helping kids or reuniting or something like that. Could be a dang, like, okay, this look like, see this big angel safely helping them walk across this thing. Some could be dangerous, I don't know. Also, it looked like supervision. Somebody could be getting supervised visits. But these look like people being reunited with kids. Or reunited with a dad. Because the mama holding the little girl. And the little boy is running to the daddy. And this angel's just sitting in the tree watching him. So, I don't know. Let's see. Maybe that's what some of y'all could be doing for work. Y'all could be family counselors or something. Alright, what we need to see right here. So you were born honor. That's the card that just split open. It says, treat the people you love with respect and you'll find your relationship becomes stronger. So they go right here with this loving your friends and family essential parts of your life's purpose. Alright, so some of y'all Earth Angels going to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and animals. Like I said, maybe some of y'all can talk to them. But some of y'all, with this family situation, it may take the act of God to bring y'all back together. Maybe some fucked up shit happened. Because I just saw the Ten of Swords while I was shuffling. Well, let's see. What's going on? Tell me what's going on. What's going on? What's going on right here? It say honor, but I'm getting your honor. Four of Swords. So something's healing. And I feel like it's got something to do with beliefs. This Ace of Swords, this truth right here is going to heal this heartbreak. See the Three of Swords right there? But I feel like it got something to do with beliefs because this looks like a glass stain. It reminds me of like a church. So maybe you and your family had some different beliefs. Confirmation. Like I had some different beliefs. But maybe y'all can... And so that could have split y'all apart. It reminded me when my youngest son said, he said, Mama, I can't wait. He said, I want my old mama back. Before all the spirituality. That's what he said. But I bet if you said, I want my old daddy back, the one before you believed in God, they probably be like, what the fuck? So, your belief and your family belief, there was some type of difference right there. Okay? And it could have split y'all apart. Like I said, this look like somebody being reunited right there. I'm getting that scene off that movie, Ruby Bridges. Remember when she integrated that school? And the U.S. Marshal had to walk her into the school. Because people was trying to hurt that little girl. Even though she was, I think, in kindergarten or first grade. They were trying to poison her. I mean, these was grown peoples trying to poison the little girl, trying to hurt the little girl because she was doing something that had not been done yet. She was integrating that school. And they wasn't ready for it, but somebody got to be the first to do something. Maybe some of y'all is the first to do something. Okay, maybe people ain't ready for it. But there is some type of honor in it. It's like Ruby Bridges had to take one for the team. She had to go through all of that so other little black kids could go to that school too. And she didn't understand what was going on. She didn't know. She was just her little self getting ready for school. She knew it was kind of serious because the marshals had to walk her to class, okay? And I think at one point, it wasn't nobody in the class but her and the teacher. I hope this ain't got nothing to do with racism, but I don't know. So let's see. Queen of Swords. Okay. And what else? What's up with the Queen of Swords? I feel like whoever's man or woman, this Queen of Swords has a position, a high-ranking position. Chariot. Hell, that look like the damn marshals right there. Y'all know I always get the Chariot as a police car. You saw that armor this person got on? What the fuck is going on? Now, the colors of this card is yellow and blue. Y'all, the mosquito done tore my ass up. What is this? Six of Wands. It's some type of victory. Something. Now, that was done publicly. Or it was all on the news. You know, it wasn't done like it is today because we got Facebook, Instagram, cell phones. But it was all in the newspaper. All on the news. It showed this little girl being walked up the steps by these damn big ass, and these were some big ass marshals, okay? Walking this little girl up there. So some of y'all could be the first to do something, man. And I don't know why I just got that whole Amber Alert thing. Ten of Swords. Man, listen. Because people had attempted to hurt that little girl. It could have been like 10 attempts with the Ten of Swords. What in the world? Because all I see out here, it says, you are an earth angel who's born to protect, nurture, and teach. I always tell y'all, anytime the earth angel card come out, so does the Ten of Swords. And here it is again. Earth angel, Ten of Swords. Because the earth angels, they are called to do things. Like Ruby Bridges, little earth angel. Like I said, she had to do that to make way for the other people. Somebody had to be the first. Not saying that what you're doing is a bad thing. What she was doing was not a bad thing, but it was a lot of people that was against that. They just was not ready for it. And had it not happened when it did, it probably would have never happened, or it probably would have took 20, 30 more damn years. Like when, think of the dude who made the cell phone. Some people was probably like, even now when new apps come on, or new upgrades come on the iPhone, people be like, oh hell no, that's just a way for them to spy on us, you know. But other people be like, shit, I need this update because now I ain't gotta actually press the button. I could just say something and it'll activate my app. So I said it to say, Some people were ready for it and some people was not. Some people thought it was just horrible. Like, oh my God, I ain't getting that new update on the phone. Because now they're going to be listening to all my conversations. That you're going to be spying on me. Y'all know how people be doing. So whatever this is, I feel like somebody first to do it. And I feel like some threats could have been made with that Ten of Swords right there. And for some of y'all, something is public with the Six of Wands, or will be in the newspaper or something like that, or on Instagram or Facebook. But I do see something being victorious with the Six of Wands and the upright. Now it wasn't a, think about it now. With the Ruby Bridges, that wasn't just because she walked up in that school and sat down. It wasn't a success overnight. Hell, some of them parents took the kids completely out of school. Some of them decided to homeschool. Some of them decided to retaliate. It wasn't no success overnight. It still took some getting used to. So whatever this is, I feel like it's going to take some getting used to. I don't know why I just heard the act of Congress. I don't know nothing about politics or none of that, but I just got that thought right quick. I don't know what that means, okay? So, child. But see, on this healing energy card, it says your natural healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. So maybe you was put here to heal something or someone, and you see a lot of times, you could be called. Some of y'all, maybe you're healing children. I don't know. But I know a lot of the times, it's not done in a nice way. The Ten of Swords happens. You just do. As long as I've been reading tarot, I say every time the Earth Angel card come out, so does the Ten of Swords. Because a lot of people couldn't see the vision. A lot of people wasn't ready for it. A lot of people were so blinded by their hate, they didn't care that was just a little girl in the first grade. And she was just peaceful with her cute little self in her little dress, walking up them steps. She wasn't bothering nobody. But as she was going up them steps, grown men and women was screaming at her, spitting at her, just, you know what I'm saying? They completely forgot that was just a little bitty girl. That probably, so if you're in first grade, you probably what, 6 or 7? That's some shit for your ass. And so with this Ten of Swords right here, but I like to tell y'all, the Ten of Swords don't come from people that you don't know. It comes from people. It comes from family. It comes from people that you don't trust it. Because a motherfucker in the street that you don't know can't really betray you. Like, you don't know them for real. I mean, I guess they could, but it ain't going to have the same effect. We got family out here. Family. And so this could have happened because of differences of beliefs. But let's keep going. Let me see, what can I pull? Something is intense. This card just split open. That situation was intense for everybody involved. The teacher. It just wasn't little Ruby who was affected. Her parents, her neighbors, little Ruby, all her classmates, because they wasn't old enough to make the decision. Maybe they liked the little Ruby, but their mamas and daddies wasn't going. So their mamas and daddies pulled them out of school. It affected a lot of people in one way or another. So they go back to that song, We Are One. We are one. And that's what she was talking about too on her reading. We really are all connected. Okay, little Ruby Breeze is walking up them steps, going in there and integrating in school. She was not the only person affected. The person that made the decision for her to go in there, the marshals, We don't really know their personal feelings about it, but their job was that they had to protect that little girl while she was going in there. So you don't know the inner fight that some of them people could have been having, because maybe they didn't believe in it, but they had took that oath to protect, so they had to walk her in there. Like I said, the neighbors was affected. Okay, it just wasn't little Ruby. So, you know, for some of y'all, this is bigger than that. For some of y'all, this is just family. If I take it how it resonates, whatever it is, it's an intense situation. And I keep getting the act of Congress. I don't know what that means. I said the act of God at the beginning, but I keep getting the act of Congress, so I don't know what Congress do. Y'all know I ain't ashamed to tell y'all if I don't know something. I don't know. Okay, so let's keep going. Look, on this chariot, see the black and white? So, you know, the black and white can be a race thing, or it can be the different opinions. There's something different here. But if you look on the black horse, he got black and white stripes. You look on the white horse, he got black and white stripes. They're both coexisting. Okay, I used to have this bumper sticker on my car, and it had a lot of different religions on it, and it had coexist. Y'all probably done seen that sign. I had ordered it off eBay. Y'all, eBay used to be the shit back then, okay? I didn't know nothing about no Amazon. And even think of that. Just think of it like that. Everybody used to use eBay. When Amazon came around, some people was like, shit, I can go. Okay, like Temu. Child, took me 2 years to try Temu. Because I was like, hell no. That shit cheap. They probably won't even send my stuff. They just want my money. Okay? But other people was like, I can get 20 lashes for $5. Oh, I'm ordering. So some people was like, they were ready. And some people were like, hell no, I ain't fucking with Temu. I'm finna keep going to Amazon, and I'm gonna keep on paying my $20 for my lashes. I know Temu say you can get them $5, but fuck that. Let somebody else try it first, and then if they try it and they say it worked, because you know what people was asking, have you ordered from Temu? Yeah, did you get your packages? Yeah, I got my packages. Was everything in there? Yeah, everything was in there, girl. I got 20 lashes for $5. So then you was like, okay, well shit, I'm gonna order. Okay, so it may not be as bad as I thought it was. Let me go on Temu and see what I can get. But at first, you wasn't fucking with it. Okay, same thing. Because like I said, it may not be that big of the whole Ruby Bridges, but it's something like that. Some people was not ready for it. They was like, hell no. I know I would. Shein and Temu. I'm like, girl, I like your shirt. Where you get it from? Did you really get it from Shein? How long did it take them? A long time, you know. And with Amazon, baby, I was the eBay queen. You hear me? You could not tell me shit. But then when Amazon came, I'm an Amazon queen. I'm the Prime member. Get the shipping next day. Okay, baby. But at first, Amazon, I don't know nothing about that, baby. I fucks with eBay. I don't know nothing about Amazon. And then after a while, you see them little brown packages. People was getting their shit, and it was right. And then you go on there and you look, well, it may not be that bad. You know what really pushed me to Amazon? You get tired of paying, like I said, 20 lashes for $5 or $20 for 20 lashes. Eventually, you're going to be like, man, it's just $5. If I lose it, I lose it. Right? So whatever this is, it's like that. Some people is ready for it, excited about it. Some people like a little apprehensive, a little, you know, I don't know. I'm going to let you try it first. It's kind of like when you around somebody you can't trust for real, and they bring your ass a sandwich. And they got a sandwich too. Like, oh, let me have yours. Or they bring your ass something to drink. You want some? You drink some. Drink some first. It's that type of thing. I don't know what this is, but baby, it's something like that. Y'all know I have to bring a little, it say honor, but I'm trying to bring a little humor in the situation, lighten it up a little bit. Okay? So, with this, like, okay, let me tell y'all. When I first got on my spiritual path, I had to deal with motherfuckers calling me a witch because it was so different from what it's very different from how I was raised. But I couldn't deny the things that I was experiencing and the things that I was going through. And so I stepped out there. It's kind of like somebody coming out of the closet. It's going to be some people that's for you, that's going to help you open the door and make a way to come out the closet. And then there's going to be some people that try to nail that motherfucker shut. And so the people that's supposed to be for you will be for you. And the peoples that ain't, they can go on about their business. But for some of y'all, it's family. It's family. And so maybe instead of people coming to you and like trying to get an understanding of what the fuck is going on, they could have just made up their own mind. I ain't fucking with Amazon, babe. I'm sticking with eBay. eBay is your trusted. I'm sticking with eBay. I ain't fucking with Amazon. So it could have been something like that. Okay, I had to go through the shame. Oh yeah, man. And it's like, hold on, y'all. Let me get me something to drink. My throat dry. Hold up. Knowing you're finished. How does it feel knowing you're finished? Damn, that's fucked up. Okay. So anyway, the shame of it. And I've experienced that even, that's why I really started reading for real. Because I would invite certain people over to my house. And I knew certain people wasn't comfortable with what I was doing. So I had brought my grandma in my room one day and I tried to explain to her what was going on. But it's new. It's to them. And they always heard negative stuff about tarot. Oh, that mean you worship the devil. Or that mean you going to hell. And this, that, and the third. This, that, and the third. I heard the same shit too. But I feel like it's about the person's intentions. What is your intentions with what you have? Or with what you doing? And wasn't nobody coming and asking me that. They was just separating themselves. And I was separating myself too. Because you get the feelings. Sometimes people ain't got to say shit. You just pick up on how they feel. You can tell by their body language that they're not comfortable with it. Or you just know, man, my people is not going to accept this about me. So let me just go over here to my little corner and do what I do. And but when I had to move back in with my mama, again, like I said, we weren't raised like that. And see, but it surprised me with my mama, because my mama, believe it or not, used to play with fucking Ouija boards when she was little. So I thought if anybody would be open-minded about it, my mama. I ain't never played with no Ouija board, but I'm telling you, my mama did. But no, my mama was like, now to me she wouldn't say that, but to other people she would say, that's devil shit. And still at the end of the day, I'm like, well, if it is, I'm the one that's got to die and pay for what I'm doing. You know, why what I do is fucking with you like that? You know what I'm saying? But like I said, no, none of my family members would say it to me. They would just talk amongst themselves and say it to other people like that. I feel that tarot is an art of storytelling. That's how I feel. All kind of shit. The same 78 cards is in this deck, but you can get 11 million stories out of it. depending on what card fall out and what card come next. So to me, it's just art, but to my family, it could be dark arts to them. It's scary. It's like, oh shit, this motherfucker over here reading tarot. This motherfucker got crystals in their titties, because I keep crystals in my bra. But anyway, it's something like that. Something that your family was not, either your family or your friend, wherever you had this falling out. This was a falling out. It was a very intense situation. But some of y'all, it could have happened with a twin flame. Maybe your twin flame, maybe you religious and your twin flame spiritual, or they religious and you spiritual. And they're like, oh hell no, I don't know. We are one. Alright, so let's keep going, y'all. Spirit. Ten of Swords. Two of Wands in the reverse. Excuse me. So maybe somebody felt like you was going down the wrong path. Somebody feel like you're going down the wrong path. I mean, there's a card on one of my decks that says, it's a judgment card. It says everyone has their own unique path and challenges. It's your life. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just what somebody feel. Somebody feel like, you're going down the wrong path. Why they feel like that? Spirit. Oh. Two of Swords and Ten of Pentacles. King of Swords. Yeah. Somebody refusing something. With this too, I feel like they're not accepting something. With the Two of Swords. Maybe they don't accept you. Or like when that little girl walked into their school. Like I said, the teacher, you don't know the fight that was going on with the teacher. She had to be there. That was her job. But you don't know her personal feelings about it. You don't know if she didn't mind and wanted to teach that child. Or you don't know if she hated it. But she had to be there. I feel like whoever this is, they can't accept what you're doing. They don't accept it at all. They said they're not fucking with Temu, they stand with Amazon. So it may take, I mean, if it's family, maybe. Now let's keep it above. Sometimes when people come out in the closet, some parents say, that's still my child, I'm gonna love them regardless. And some parents be like, hell no. That's just the truth of it. And so, with the Two of Swords right here to the Two of Wands in the reverse, somebody is like, hell no. They don't accept this. Maybe this is somebody who feels like you could be doing more with your life. Say for instance, this is in a relationship and somebody feel like you chose the wrong person. And say you want to marry this person. And this is a parent that's like, I don't accept it. And as long as you're with that person, don't come home, or don't call me your mom, or don't call me your dad. It could really be something like that. But it's because of the fear. You see that moon back there? It's because of the fear. Somebody's scared of something. So, just like I said, when the new downloads, when the new updates come on the iPhone, some people will hit it, and some people like, hell no, because if I download these, for one, it's going to take up too much of my damn space, and for two, you don't know what they got in there. They could be spying on us. You don't know what's going to happen when you do that. So this person, they just cannot accept whatever is going on with you. So then you have to ask yourself, take the titles off of it. Okay? Take the title away and ask yourself, because everybody's situation is different. And ask yourself, can you continue? Do you want to be your true authentic self? Or do you want to have this person's approval? That's the fucking question at the end of the day. That's it. Ain't nothing else. That's it. You want to be your authentic self, or you want to have this person's approval? Because how it's standing right now, you ain't going to have both of them. Not with this Two of Swords and Two of Wands in the reverse. You're going to get both of them. So, you got to ask yourself. You want to go back in the box. It kind of reminds me of a card that came out earlier. It said, don't let the world lead you. Take the steering wheel. Take control of your own life. Because at the end of the day, it's yours. And whatever you do with your life, as long as you're not physically hurting anyone, ain't nobody got to pay for that but you. At the end of the day. So, that's the question. Do you want this person and or people's approval, or do you want to be able to be who the fuck you was born to be? Your true authentic self, and say you are an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach. Alright, so now you got the Hierophant, which is all about beliefs, with the Two of Pentacles. Or some of y'all could be dealing with a Taurus, or this is like a religious figure. But I'm going to take it as beliefs, okay? And then the Two of Pentacles. Back and forth, back and forth. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Like I said, you ask yourself. Here's another question you can ask yourself. What brings you closer to your happiness, and what pushes you further away from it? You can ask yourself that question. And you can ask yourself, do you want this person and or people's approval, or do you want to be able to be your true authentic self? You get one life in this body. One life in this body. You don't know who the fuck you gonna come back. You might come back to something else next time. But right now, you got one life. Why the fuck you want to live it? Goddamn. Based on what everybody else. They ain't living their motherfucking life based on how you think. And like I said, take the title off of it. I don't care who this person is to you. Take the title off of it. Because at the end of the day, they're just a man or a woman. Do you want to be your true authentic self? Or do you want this person and or people's approval? Now, if they don't want to be associated with you, fine. That's a decision that they making. After you decide what it is that you want to do. Say for instance, you decide, you know what? I'm going to be my true authentic self. I'm going to be what I was born to be. Okay, you done made that decision. Now, it's up to that person or that group of people whether the hell they want to decide to be associated with your ass or not. And if they decide that they don't want to be, okay. Now, for some of you, it may suck because the titles that you are removing could be mama, could be daddy, could be grandmama, could be granddaddy, could be pastor, principal. You know, I don't know who it is. Could be child. We got family right here. I don't think it's fair to goddamn ask somebody. It's like in that movie, Goodfellas, she's like, you have to cover that cross. My parents can't see that cross. Like, what the fuck? He said, I think the mama said, I hear you're half Jewish. Only the good half, or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, what else? And so this person, because you could be dealing with somebody that's like, man, I like everything about this person, but this one thing. If they would change this one thing, But maybe that one thing that's small to them could be huge to you. Could be a huge sacrifice to you. It could be you having to be somebody else completely to be accepted by this person or this group of people. To them, it may be like, it's just a small thing. Just cover the cross. It's just, that's all you got to do is cover it up. But to you, that's like covering up what you truly believe and what you stand on and who you are at the core. So to them, it's just a little, just cover it up. But to you, it's like, hell no. You asking me. I don't know how big or how small this is, but it's intense. I know that. What else, Spirit? Now, on this intensity card, it says the intensity of a true soul connection includes highs and lows. So for some of you, this could be someone you're in a relationship with. And they could be trying to oh, well, if I do this and they see that ain't working, maybe they'll stop. Well, if I do that, why don't you just leave me the fuck alone? It's like, I don't believe people can choose to be gay or not. I don't believe that shit. But that's just my beliefs. Other people believe that you can turn that shit on and off. Okay? So it's kind of like a parent saying, the child keep, I ain't gonna say child, but I'm gonna say that this person's old enough to make their own decision, right? And they want to wear a dress. Well, if I burn all the dresses, maybe they'll fucking finally see they need to put on some pants. Well, let's humiliate them. Let's get everybody around and gather everybody around and let's talk about all the homophobic shit. Did I say that right? Let's talk about all the gay shit that we can and let's humiliate them. And maybe they'll see that they need to put on some pants and stop wearing them dresses. What type of shit is that? Because what you gonna do if the person decide they want to be their true authentic self? They're gonna go on and be their true authentic self with somebody that can accept that. Or they might say, well, no, I need my family's approval, so I'm gonna put on these uncomfortable ass pants. And then you got that person not being able to be who the fuck they supposed to be because they want your approval. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what this is. Okay. 4 Wands. This could be a marriage, a relationship, stability. 4 Wands is a lot of things. Now, these people are happy on this 4-1. For some of y'all, this is same sex. You see them 2 women, they happy. One got on the dress. There's some kids back there. So I don't know what, I don't know what the situation is. Oh, Spirit. What's going on? Oh, yeah, and so look, when I had first moved back with my mama, I would come outside to read. First, I was reading in the house, and I could tell that my mama was uncomfortable, so I started coming outside, trying to compromise, like, okay, because I had stopped completely. I was like, man, let's just stop. But I still wanted to do it. But I was like, nah, because one of my neighbors, my mama had company that day, and I've been knowing this girl 10 plus years, and she was like, I had brought the tarot cards outside. She said, oh yeah, I don't fuck with that dude. I don't fuck that shit right there. I was like, it's me, bruh. Like, what the fuck? What you think I'm gonna do? And then, I don't think she's been over here since then, y'all. And then we had a neighbor who stayed next door to us. He came and at least he did come and ask me. Everybody else just talked shit amongst themselves. He was like, something like, I heard you read tarot or some shit. And I was like, yeah. He was like, well, Long as you ain't got no chicken bones in there. And I said, what the fuck am I do with a chicken bone other than eat the goddamn meat off of it? You know what I'm saying? But I feel like he was saying that to say, I mean, we laughed about it or whatever, but I felt like he was saying that to say I was doing other shit with some chicken bones. Now, bitch, I'm reading cards. What the fuck I'm gonna do with some goddamn chicken bones? What the fuck do you know about chicken bones that I don't know? You know what I'm saying? So, then I got another neighbor, and it hurt my feelings so bad, but you just have to deal. That's what the fuck is gonna come as long as I choose to do what I'm doing. That's gonna come. Now, I've been knowing this lady for years, and if she need me to do something, I do it, and she'll pay me for it. What she said. Now, she know I read tarot, okay? Nobody else in this community does that, at least not out in the open. So she had got sick, and I was up there cleaning up for her that day. And she said, and y'all, she hurt my feelings, man, damn. She was like, I don't know nobody. She said, I know ain't nobody did no spell work on them or put no spell work on them. And I'm like, she don't know nobody else that reads tarot but me. And I said, I called her by her name, Miss Blank Blank, and I said, no, there ain't nobody. Why would somebody do that? This lady don't bother nobody. The elderly lady, she stayed to herself, her husband. So I kept brushing it off at first, and then I got to thinking, like, do she really think I did something to her? Does she really think that I'm the reason she got sick? Bro, that shit hurt my feelings, but she didn't say it outright. But that's what I felt. And so I said to myself, I know, and the Most High God know, that I ain't did nothing to that lady. Would never do nothing to her. My mom been living over here for about 13 years, and that's how long I've been knowing that lady. I admire her and her husband. I would never do no shit like that. But I felt like that's what she was insinuating, and then she hurt my feelings so bad, bro. Because I wouldn't do no shit like that. But still, I come down here and I read my motherfucking cards. So like I said, that's what the fuck is gonna come with what I'm doing. And okay, until people realize or whatever the fuck they gonna do, I don't know. Or I might just need to leave this damn community and be around people who accept it. Now, they ain't stopped talking to me because of it. Because like I said, I've been knowing these people for a long time. But people do look at you different. I remember I went home and my aunt pulled out some holy water and put a cross on my forehead. I was like, wow. Wow. I mean, like, me and her both used to be out there doing our thing. Now you saved, I don't know. But I had been gone for a long time and my family hadn't seen me. And so when they did see me, I was reading tarot. And like I said, if you grew up religious, you know all the horrible things that you hear about it growing up. So they probably thought I was a damn devil worshiper or a witch or whatever the fuck it is they was thinking. Like I said, they didn't say it to me. She didn't have to say it to me. When she put that damn cross on my head with that holy oil, I already knew. Like I said. So, and I'm not saying that's what's going on right here, but it's something. And it's intense. And you got to ask yourself, you want their approval or you want to be your authentic self, because you ain't going to be able to have both of them. Not right now. Not saying that it won't come, later on down the line. This person may come around to accepting it. But as it stands right now, if you're going to do what you're doing or believe in what you, because for some of y'all, it's got something to do with beliefs. You're going to believe what you believe in, or you're going to be doing what you're doing. You're not going to have this person in your life. That's what it look like. Okay. What else? Okay. So we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a very curious energy. It's a lot of curiosity with this energy here. But they've overcome a lot. See the mountains on the other side. Y'all know, I look at mountains in tarot as obstacles. This person has overcome a lot of obstacles. They have on a lot of armor. So maybe you had to have thick skin for something, child. I don't know. Ooh, the fuck? Okay. What else? Spirit. We have the Six of Cups. So for some of you, this is people you grew up with. Hello? Six of Cups. We do got family right there. So they could be like, oh, you changed. But look, you see how both of these people got these red hoods on? There is somebody in your, whether this is your friend group or your family or whatever, there's somebody that shares this same thing with you. That they could share the same belief. If it's a belief, it's something. They actually want to give you your flowers. Look at that shit, y'all. Well, whoever this is walking away because they can't accept something. This person wants to give you your flowers. So, wow. Something about the big house. What's the big house? Maybe you grew up in a big-ass house. I didn't, but maybe you did because it's a big-ass house right here. But the damn windows look like jail ball. I mean, you know the windows that's in the jail, you just get to see a slither of sun coming through. That's what they look like. It's a house, but it don't look like it. Maybe you felt caged in, or maybe you felt like you couldn't be your true authentic self growing up or something like that. But see, let's talk about this person right here, because they want to come and give you flowers. It could even be a level of respect or a level of honor. Maybe somebody wants to thank you for honoring something, whether it's just you honoring who you are. That's a hard thing to do sometimes. It is. People don't think that, but it is hard to be just, it sounds easy, just be you. But it's a hard thing to do if you grew up in a place where that wasn't nurtured. Grew up in a time where certain things was assigned based on gender roles. Women don't do that. Oh, God, no. Men don't wear pink shirts. But maybe that's your favorite fucking color. Because I know you look good in pink. And ain't nothing feminine about them. They just look good in pink. But I'm saying that to say sometimes it's hard to be you because it wasn't nurtured. So you have to, you trying to figure that out. How do I be my authentic self and still in this thing called life out here in this society or in my community or in my relationship or whatever, or in my family? Because a lot of times, especially single parents, lose themselves because they give everything that they got to the children. And they don't even know who they is. They'll lose themselves. So, you gotta ask yourself that. Okay. Alright, well, Spirit. What's going on? Yeah. King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles. Who giving who the flowers? Because this King of Pentacles is traditional. They look very, very traditional. Yeah. If it ain't about the money, don't be blowing me up. I don't think this King of Pentacles is giving nobody no flowers. For some of y'all, the King of Pentacles is the one that's like, cover that cross. Or we don't fuck with Amazon, we only fuck with eBay. Or, you know, they the traditional one. Not that there's anything wrong with that. That's what suits that person. Maybe that's their authentic self. They got to be draped up when they come out. It reminded me, I was watching this, it's called A Prince for Christmas. And the man really liked the girl, but the family didn't. And at the time when she needed him the most, he wasn't there. I just got that off of that. That could be going on for some of y'all. And this person, because for the longest, he couldn't see that his family was doing that. See, they had put fake accounts in her name, and they was pushing money offshore. They was doing a lot of shit, making it look like it came from her. And so the whole time, he was saying that, damn, there go another feather on the ground. Y'all, I don't know if this reading I told y'all, I got a feather collection, and there's 2 more down there. But, so his family was doing all kind of shit to turn him against her. But he never would say that it was his family. He kept saying it was her. And then, right there at the last minute, something happened, and he realized too what his advisors. He realized his advisors was doing some fucked up shit, and then he tried to go to her, and he was like, "When you needed me the most, I wasn't there," and he said, "You shouldn't have to throw your art away to be with me." Cause I think she was a tutor or something. Child, he didn't want her doing something. So anyway, I don't know. Okay, somebody did something. 10 of Swords is right here. Somebody could be on a boat. What else here? What else? Alright, so you have the Page of Pentacles. You know what song I'm getting with this Page of Pentacles? That song, Beauty and the Beast. He said, she said, realizing you was wrong, or something like that. I forgot the words to that damn song. Y'all, when I'm not recording, I can sing these songs word for word. But when I be trying to give y'all the message in the reading, it just, you know. But anyway, the Page of Pentacles is all about learning something new. So, somebody could be wanting to come to you and ask you, well, why do you, instead of just pushing it away, saying, hell no, we don't fuck with Amazon, we don't fuck with Amazon, we only go to eBay. Now this person could be like, well, why is it that you choose to shop with Amazon instead of eBay? You know what I mean? And I ain't saying they're going to accept it, but at least this person is willing to look at it. You see how they're looking at it? From a distance, but they're looking at it. Okay? So at least this person is willing to look at it. It really might take the act of God or the act of Congress. Y'all got to take how it's going to resonate. Because this is an intense situation. I don't know why it's so intense, unless it's because it involves your family. Yeah, you care about your family. You wish your family would just accept you for who you were. It's kind of like, look. So, y'all know I'm black, right? Okay, because maybe I got some people watching that ain't never seen my face. But I was friends with this older guy. We was real close friends. Nothing sexual, we were just cool. But he was white, right? And he's an artist. Like he works at the, everything about him is weird. He's an Aquarius, so I think everything about him is weird, but I like that shit. He carves headstones for a living. Well, he used to until they fucked him over. But he an artist. He good like that. Like he can draw. he got so many sculptures and paintings and stuff that he do, but he just keep it all in his room, posted up on his wall. He probably don't really know about like that he can put his shit out there for other people to see it because he is truly a fucking artist. I'm talking about for real. But anyway, we cool as hell. Been knowing this man for some years. And I could have easily, or he could have easily, when he found out that I was a Democrat and I found out he was a Republican, we could have easily said, hell no. But we didn't, because we were grown enough to see that this is a good friendship. Why do we want to fuck that up? Because we have different beliefs. If you don't disrespect me, I don't disrespect you, cool. Now, what fucked the friendship up was that he tried to talk to me. And I had to let him down. I said, Gary, come on now. We've been too cool. Tried to take me out on a date, and I was like, you know. But the friendship fucked up anyway. But it wasn't because of no bullshit like that, okay? So it's just like if you live in an apartment community, you could say, for instance, say you a blood, and your motherfucking next door neighbor is a certified Crip, and y'all know this, but you also are adults enough to know that you got to go to work, you got to pay the rent, because you got to have somewhere to live. So you ain't got time to be out here arguing about red and blue. They not going to disrespect you, and you not going to disrespect them. Y'all can coexist. Because listen, that's what the fuck we is doing in the world anyway. All of us don't think alike. We all is coexisting in this bitch. Or we trying to. It's some of us that don't want to do that, but I would like to think that the majority of us is trying to fucking coexist on this damn planet. Okay? So, baby, what else is going on? Who is this wanting to get these flowers? Let's look at that. Let's look at the positives of the reading. Who want to get these flowers, Spirit? Who wants to get flowers? To the collective, please and thank you. The Hangman in the reverse and the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is someone who knows that people was working against you. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Could have been co-workers, but that's like, or people walked away from any type of collaborations that they had with you. People was choosing to disassociate themselves with you. The Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, but maybe your ass is still standing. People could try to shame you. Remember I said, they was like, we're going to shame it out of them till they take that dress off and put on some pants. We're going to gather everybody around, all his friends, and his important people in his life. We're going to gather everybody around, and we're going to make fun of him. We're going to humiliate him until he realizes that he needs to put on some pants and get out that dress. And so that could have caused a lot of people to disassociate that. Oh my God, I didn't know you was like that. I didn't know. Oh no, hell no. So some people say hell no, walked away. And then some people say, you know what, I admire that motherfucker. That's who this person is. Remember, the person that's giving you your flowers. They're like, hey, man, that motherfucker done been through hell and bad, and they still stood 10 toes down. Man, let me get this motherfucker they flowers. So whoever this is in your life, there's some type of respect right there. Okay, because with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, they know people was working against you. They could have been amongst the people working against you. Or they could have been amongst the people that, or they could have just, been on the sidelines watching. But they know it was some Three of Pentacles in the reverse happening. Ten of Swords happening. They know it. And so, when motherfuckers got to gang up, Y'all, come on, come on. Let's go over here and make fun of Jimmy. Because he really want to be Janet. But we're going to make fun of Jimmy until he put on these motherfucking pants. Why the fuck you even got to do that? You grown as fuck. Why you even feel like you got to do that? Get everybody together and laugh at Jimmy. Jim ain't fucking bothering you. Jim over there with his dress on. He don't give a fuck about what you got going on. But you want to gather everybody around to fuck with Jimmy. And guess what? Jimmy still got on his motherfucking dress and wish a motherfucker would. And so, somebody out the bunch said, you know what? I respect that motherfucker. At the end of the day. I didn't say everybody respect your decision, but somebody do. Now, I don't know who this King of Pentacles is. I ain't gonna say it don't matter because they out here on this board. So, it could be a board of people. It could really be a board of people. But with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, did they dislike you that bad that they had to work against you? If you don't like what motherfucker got going on, okay, boom. Go on about your business. You ain't got to fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? But these people took it a step further. They could have easily said, you know what? Jim got on that damn dress today. I ain't fucking with Jim. And they could have went on about their business. But now, what they decided to do was gather all Jimmy's little friends and all the people that Jimmy had went to school with while Jimmy had on that dress and humiliate Jimmy into thinking that, once he see that don't nobody like that shit, and once he see ain't nobody rocking with him, then he gonna put on his pants. Jimmy, if you still got on your dress, that's what the fuck is up at the end of the day, okay? I don't know what it is, how it's gonna resonate in your life. But like I said, somebody want to give you flowers. Let's look at this King of Pentacles, see what he got going on. He comfortable. He or she comfortable in life. Let's see what they talking about. What they talking about? They ain't talking about that. What they talking about? Whose song is that? Kendrick. What they talking about? They ain't talking about that. That's what I imagine him doing in my head. Because that's how fast it be going. Alright, anyway, Spirit, what's going on with the damn King of Pentacles? Because what the fuck? He left you out in the cold, child. Ooh, child. Five of Pentacles. Now, this King of Pentacles got more money than the law allow. But they just, you out there in the Five of Pentacles. Okay, that's fine. Like I said, I don't know who this part. This could be a dad. This could be a mom. This could be a husband, a wife. About whatever, like I said, take the title off of it because you was not born. It don't say in the stipulations that you have to live your life according to this King of Pentacles. No, that I don't see that. It say you're an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach. They may not like how you doing it, but that's okay. That is okay. And so this is somebody who decided to disassociate themselves from you. Is that a word? I think it's a word. Y'all know what I mean. They don't want to fuck with you. They chose to leave you over there in the cold. Okay, cool. So what's the problem? What is the problem? High Priestess. For some of y'all. So I said this person is very traditional. Y'all know what a High Priestess is, right? Okay. That I said, what's the problem? The High Priestess card came out. So this person just really don't like your ass or something. Somebody could have the initial. There could be something with some columns here. Somebody could have the initials B or J. Oh, Lord Jesus, help us. All right, what we need to see. Shit. This King of Pentacles, for some of y'all, this King of Pentacles could have orchestrated this Three of Pentacles in reverse. They could have orchestrated people working against you. Child. Alright, well, believe in magic. Believe in yourself. Believe in your dreams. Believe in your abilities. Believe in you. Do you believe in magic? Okay. Now, what else, Spirit? Clear the past to heal the present. Okay. So there may come a time when you want to talk to this King of Pentacles. For some of y'all got skipped over for a job because of the differences. Because you wouldn't put on them pants. So they didn't hire you. Because y'all know the King of Pentacles can also be a boss. So some of y'all could have got Five of Pentacles skipped over for a job because of the differences. For some of y'all, because there's black and white on these columns too. Because I had did a reading last summer when they was talking about the hue, the color of someone's skin came up in the reading. Okay, so y'all remember the movie Remember the Titans? He said, I got passed over for a job to a man. He was a football coach. He said to a man who couldn't lace up his own fucking cleats because of the color. So, I mean, maybe that happened. Maybe you got let go because of the differences. Well, everybody who works for me, their hair is black and they have natural nails. But maybe you like blue hair and maybe you like your nails long. I don't know. I don't know what it was, child. And so they like, look, if you can't dye your hair black, you can't work here. Okay. But I do feel like it could have caused, because the Five of Pentacles is poor, broken, hungry, child. It could have caused you some type of financial issues. So let's see what's coming in. Let's see what's coming in. I mean, do you really even want to deal with this motherfucker? At the end of the day. Like I said, you ask yourself, you want this King of Pentacles approval or you want to be your authentic self? You can baby have both of them. Now, some of y'all, this King of Pentacles might be looking into, well, why do you prefer this over that? And for some of y'all, they ain't even want. For some of y'all, it has something to do with culture. Maybe you are naturally, maybe your hair is natural, which is permanent. Nah, motherfucker, I've been natural. I've been working for years to get the chemicals out my head, and you telling me if I want this job or if I want to be with you or if I want whatever the fuck this is, I gotta put some chemicals in. And so now this person could be coming to you like, well, why is it that you want to wear your natural hair instead of putting on a lace front? Why is it that you choose to do this instead of that? Now, I ain't saying that y'all gonna, maybe y'all agree to disagree, but at least for some of y'all, this person is willing to look at it. But they done damn Ten of Swords, drew Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Now they say we supposed to forgive. Yep, they say we're supposed to forgive. So milk and honey. I said what's coming in for you? Milk and honey. Ooh, Spirit, talk to them. Because there got to be some rewards for you being your authentic self. I would like to think. Okay. So, let me pull some of these green cards. Ooh, recognition. I like. Says whatever you're working on now will win you the respect of others. Well, I said somebody want to give you the flowers, child. They want to give you the flowers. So you might get a little recognition. It may not be nothing huge, but you might get a little bit. And some of you guys could earn a leadership position or get the recognition that you deserve. I think I'm going to end it on that note right there. I like that. Alright, let's get you an affirmation, something positive. Just tell yourself. Shit, if you done came through all this, you motherfucking goat. You the motherfucking goat. Alright, spirit. What we need to see. Your boss could have been working your ass to motherfucking death just because of the differences. I don't like that motherfucker over there. Anytime some extra work needs to be done, oh, take it to them, they'll do it. Y'all remember the movie Hidden Figures? And they just kept piling them damn books on her. Talking about, we need this by noon. Bitch, go do it then. How you gonna bring me 8 hours worth of work, tell me you need it in 2? And then right when I'm almost done with that, you bring some more shit. And then fire you for performance. Oh, you just weren't performing. Bitch, you was giving me 8 hours worth of work. Talking about you needed in 2. And then it's almost like that movie, is it 688? It's something with them women. They gave them women an impossible task. If y'all ain't seen that movie, y'all need to go watch it. But they did that shit in some fucked up ass conditions. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. In some horrible conditions. They did that shit. Now, half of them were dead when they finally got the recognition. And I hope that's not what the fuck is going to happen here. Hopefully you get your recognition while you're still breathing. Okay? But they did that. You know, they worked together. And but some of y'all didn't have nobody to work with. Just you and whoever you deem as your higher source. I don't know. Spirit, what is? Let's get some affirmations for my collective. Tonight is the night. Spirit, what's a good affirmation? I'm even getting that movie, the Tuskegee Airmen. Didn't nobody talk to that man for 4 years straight. Didn't nobody talk to him unless they was giving him orders. That was so fucked up. So imagine how, you know, not physically strong, but mentally strong he had to be. I'm talking about the one with the Tuskegee Airmen, the one with Lawrence Fishburne. That was a good ass movie, bitch. That was a good ass movie. Half of them had okay, here go to, let's see. As I take on new challenges, I feel calm, confident, and powerful. And it says, I consistently attract opportunities that create more money. So it came out, this one, the first one came out, there's a 9, and then there's a 10 right here. So I do feel like things is moving in divine order. The 10 is the end, okay? And there's a new, but where there's an ending, there's a brand new beginning. So whatever this is, because there's the 10 of Swords right here. I feel like you're coming back from this, or coming up from whatever this was. Baby, they really did some fucked up shit. They had to live with that. That'd be alright. Okay, so now let's get y'all an angel message and we're gonna close it out. Spirit. Child, these cards are so old. I need to get some new ones. Spirit, what's the message? Okay. So we have three cards came out. Have confidence. Maybe they didn't want you to have no confidence. You know they didn't want that man to have. Didn't nobody talk to him for 4 years straight. And they didn't want in the movie Hidden Figures, they didn't want them to have no confidence, but they needed that one lady for them numbers or calculating them numbers or something. But anyway, this King of Pentacles probably didn't want you to have no confidence. But the cards say have confidence. Moving forward does not necessarily require confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough, because the cards say you was born. So you just got to be who you was born to be, just at the end of the day. Whether people agree with that or not. As long as you're not physically hurting nobody, man. Dang. Okay? So on this card it says, quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen to our general reassurance that everything has been taken care of. And then you have giving and receiving over here. Maybe you was giving to people who wasn't pouring back into you. The entire universe operates in cycles similar to your inhalation, and exhale, breath, bitch, breath. Okay? So when you only exhale, when you only give, you become out of rhythm with the universe. So if you was just giving, motherfuckers was just taking, fuck that shit. You don't need that job. Or you don't need whatever this is. Okay? You need to go somewhere where people gonna accept you for you. You pour into them and they pour into you. Not a 5 of Pentacles, but a 6 of Pentacles. Reciprocity. Okay? Alright, y'all. That's what I have. What's this? Emotional sensitivity. Honor and respect your deep sensitivity, as it is a gift to us all. Reminds me of that. I was watching Unsolved Mysteries one day, and this guy, he was real feminine. He wasn't gay, he was just real feminine. And he had got hurt in the army, and this lady, this nurse he was ready to throw in the towel. And some of y'all could have been ready to throw in the towel. And this nurse, she nursed him back, but she also encouraged him to write his family and let his family know that he had lost his leg. Because he was just like, it's over. But it wasn't. His wife accepted him and he went on about life. But how he ended up on Unsolved Mysteries is because he was looking for, he wanted to give her recognition. He wanted to honor her. He wanted to give her flowers. He wanted to let her know that she really did make a difference in his life. And she wasn't dead. Because a lot of times that shit don't happen till you've been dead 30 years and they say, oh, well, I guess it's about time we recognize them folks. She wasn't dead. She was alive and well. And she was surprised that, you know, what she was doing had made that much difference. But you never know how you affect people, you know. But anyway, that's what I have for y'all. I love y'all from the bottom of my feet, both of them. And until next time.